Hello and welcome back. This is our Sex Motive Presents a Game of Thrones Genesis. So this mission is blood diplomacy. I think it's around level 14 or so. Yep. So this is the Blackfyre Rebellion mission, which I think is one of the coolest side stories. Red Targaryen versus Black Targaryen. The whole he had a whole bunch of bastard sons, but he got given Blackfyre, which is the family heirloom, the Valyrian sword. And some people thought, oh, okay, it was just sort of more of a nice gesture, sort of just to legitimize him. And other people thought it was him actually passing on the Targaryen throne to him. So that's why this rebellion happened. So it's one of my favorite sort of side stories. But anyway, we'll jump into this mission once my computer decides to load it, and we'll go from there. Now, this is one of the sort of longer missions. I probably don't do this as well as you could, but I am playing these on expert, so like I have been throughout the whole series. So if you are struggling to pass these missions, you can probably follow the strat and get through it, just to be able to complete it. So we're about to get stuck into it. Right, so there's Daemon. I call him Daemon. He might be called Demon. I call him Daemon. I don't know. It's American spelling or English spelling. I don't know. I'm going to call him Daemon. Daemon Blackfyre. And basically, he just wants you to go out and get some allies. So this is kind of one of the few more sort of standard maps where it's not quite conquering the whole map, but you pretty much have to win this anyway. So right off the bat, I'm sending my envoy a bit south, not to the actual first town, and that's because that's where I'm going to have my choke point, and that's where I'll be sending my spy. And then what I've done is built a second envoy, and he'll be backfilling those alliances that the first one skipped over. Just so I can try get a stronghold up the front here, and that's why I put a noble lady, so then I can strengthen the alliance, as she says, up the front at my choke point. And I basically kind of want to, hold this territory here because of the way the terrain is of the map. You should be able to hold the back two fine, and then the ones on the left-hand side have to come through the narrow little choke. So you should be able to get it. So what I'm doing here is I'm just getting an alliance with one of them, and then I'm heading over to the other one where I'll get a full alliance, and then I'll head back and get a full alliance with the first one. And that's just so they come onto my side sooner and they start generating income just that little bit quicker. So here I put my noble lady up the front because I was expecting the enemy's envoys or spies or something to come through, but they didn't quite do it this time around. But I mean, sometimes they do it, sometimes they don't. And I've grown a bit of favoritism to keeping a noble lady sort of up in your front army, just so rather than killing spies and envoys or rogues or assassins or whatever, you can just charm them and bring them onto your side, which is much more efficient. So now I'm just getting those two alliances on the left hand side, and once again doing the thing where I only just get an alliance with the first one, then going to the second one and getting a pretty full solid solid green bar, and then heading back and filling up the one that I just left. So the premise for this, or what the mission is at the moment, is to secure an alliance with a noble lady. As soon as you do that, it will trigger the next objective, and I know that is to capture the gold mine. It's the next one after this. But I also think that if you don't build a noble lady for ages, you can keep playing and keep doing whatever it is you want to do. Maybe capture a few more towns or something. But then as soon as you build a noble lady, after a certain amount of time, it will automatically kick over to the gold mine. It won't even wait for you to, create blood alliances or anything like that. So here I'm strengthening up the ones at the front, the two forward towns, I guess, because I got that spy at that choke point. And there we go, I finally got a marriage. So Daemon's asking me to go get the gold mine so he can get more funds. but this also spawns the enemy to send units to you, kind of thing. So I got these guardsmen here I have to deal with, and so you do need a somewhat of an army. I probably maybe could have not built one of the noble ladies because I know I didn't really utilize her. Although there she is off now trying to get one of the enemy envoys. But instead of building a second noble lady, I probably could have built some archers or something. Well, another round of archers, which probably would have served me a little bit better.
Very well. At your command.
So yeah, so I don't know why she's... Oh, because she's on the way back, so that's why she's all purple like that. Because once they charm a unit, they have to head back home, and then you can bring them back. So if you are using noble ladies to charm, then once they have done their charming, they've got to walk all the way back home, and you've got to remember to pick them back up and send them back to your front lines or wherever.
I shall make them change their mind.
Ready. Yes?
Yes? I'm coming. Ready. I'm on my way.
I'm listening.
So I'm kind of just trying to set myself up. I do have a lot of gold here, so I will be looking to buy some more units. I get some swordsmen. I was a little unsure which to get, and I think I want another round of mercenaries as well, just because I know when you push for that gold mine, it spawns more bad guys, so I want to be prepared for that.
As you wish.
Oh, can I charm him? Yep, so she'll charm another envoy for me, hopefully. But my envoy there, he died. Well, he's getting killed now by the horses, so it's, you know, +1, -1 kind of thing. It's sort of balanced out. Yeah, so that's why I do kind of have this choke point here, because they will keep sending the odd mercenary unit, but it's normally kind of like one at a time. So you're going to be wary of that. And these horsemen are probably gotten through my lines a little bit too good, too well. You know, they got through unscathed, straight to my archers, so that wasn't the best. But, you know, I'm just dealing with that as best I can. Also, I'm getting an assassin. Well, I've gotten just one now, just so I can send them to the ford towns and kill off any nobles or spies or noble ladies which may exist. I know the enemy does have a couple of spies, and so sometimes they make secret agreements, which isn't the best. But yeah, so I'm just spreading my lands there, getting another alliance next to the gold mine, just so, you know, when I do take the gold mine, I'll already be at a better position. And ideally, I want to take the town to the right before I take the gold mine as well. But I was trying to do this a little bit quicker, you know, for the video's sake. So it's not as quick as I normally probably would do this mission. Oh, sorry, I mean, it's not as... I haven't done this as safely. I mean, you know, I haven't turtled as much as I could for this mission. So we go, finally get an envoy, and it will trigger the objective there once it's fully up in green. Here you go, Daemon's happy. So now he wants is for me to gain another 1,000 dragons from what I've already got. So I think he gives you a little bit of money there, so I've got 800 of them, and I need to spend them. And I know after this he'll make me want to build armies to get, you know, to get food. And so it's not a bad idea to start farming the land now at this point. That's of course, you know, considering that you've got enough to defend yourself. So really I should move these units a little bit more south, probably to that forwardmost town that I've just captured. I don't know why I haven't. I know that I'm a little bit vulnerable to the right hand side because I haven't captured that town yet. But yeah, it's not too big of a drama at this point. So I'm just doing the thing with the peasants at the moment. And on the left hand side, those those two have 3 fields each. Unfortunately, places at the back here don't have any fields to farm, and so you have to go a little bit more forward. I see that's grayed out, so I see that it's now on fire, so there's a rogue that needs to be taken care of. So I look to my well, I will look to my assassin. I can see flames here on the left hand side as well. So the rogues managed to get him, and I can see enemy units at my gold mines as well. Kind of thought that was going to happen, so I don't know whether it's because I didn't bring my armies forward that happened, or whether I would have been in a worse position to do it. Because here I'm just trying to engage one unit at a time.
I'm so sorry.
But you can see two of them have flopped in, and my assassins here doing as good as he can to quell the uprising, to try to get some more revenue and food as well through those places.
I'm so sorry.
So just storming the archermen there with using the horses, because horses are the best against archers. So anytime you can mow them down, go ahead and do it. But yeah, it takes a while for the peasants to get to the farms as well. So this map takes a hell of a lot longer if you just build the noble ladies and then work your way to taking the gold mine and then work on getting peasants and food. Because you can't actually move Daemon, the hero, the Great Lord, you can't actually move him in this because I don't think there's any castles. So all the peasants have to come right from the start, and all the fields are really, really, really far away. So it takes them ages before they actually start, cropping, farming the land. So I can see that one on the left is grayed out, and so that's why I've set my guardsmen there as well. Guardsmen are probably the best way to restore a city, but the assassins can do it as well.
I'm so sorry.
Yes.
So now I'm finally moving up my spy, and I'll be moving my units up to this sort of choke point area. I don't actually care about the land in front of me. That's sort of just more of a like a pseudo fake defensive town that I've taken. I'm quite content with the ones that I've got at the moment.
Yes?
But I mean, it doesn't hurt to go back go forward a little bit more,
Ready.
just to bait the enemy into taking those rather than one that is actually vital. And also, because I haven't got blood alliances on my towns at the back that I took at the start, their alliances are starting to run thin. So I have to go back with an envoy and recap those places as well.
Yes. I'm coming.
Ready? I'm on my way.
Yes. We will eliminate that.
So he's all grayed out, so I know, he needs to be taken. Well, he's grayed out on the map, so time just ran out on that alliance.
I am being
Ready.
attacked.
A future ally. At your
So there's a
command.
bit of fighting going on in the south, but really all I'm doing
I'm listening.
is I'm just, waiting for that 1,000 straight away. I love the gruff voice. I'm on my way. I love the acting of it. The rest of them, they all say the same thing, but it's that gruff voice,
Yes,
I have become visible.
we'll get our tools.
So, what have I got? Over 150 gold to get. So I'm just making sure my farms are full and that the alliances are strong. See, one on the top left has dropped off as well, so I've sent an envoy to go deal with that. And I've got my new choke point up here, and I don't imagine too much of the enemy will kind of get through.
Ready.
Whether or not you can go this far in the first phase, I don't really know. It's not really something I tried. It's something you guys can do and see if before you build noble ladies, if you can get that far forward. Okay, so I got the $1,000, and then now he wants me to raise 4 different kinds of army.
Yes, very well.
And so, if I was just to build peasants now and just to send them out, then it'll take a hell of a lot longer.
Solid alliance.
But luckily, I've already got,
Solid alliance.
enough for 2 armies sort of saved up, and I'm getting 150 a minute, which is it's not the best, but it's not too bad. But hopefully those peasants I've had working in the field for a long time will, start to level up. And I don't think it matters what armies you actually buy, so you can just buy the 4 cheapest ones as soon as they're available. And you don't actually have to use them to fight or anything, which is a little bit disappointing since, it is Daemon and it is the Blackfyre rebellion, and you can't even move him around or anything. And he keeps going on about his crossbowmen. I've got to stall until he can hire his crossbowmen, and I'm like, well, You know, I can raise crossbowmen pretty easily. It doesn't seem like he needs them, you know. But whatever. So I think I'm still only up to 2 armies, and now I'm just going around and seeing if there's any secret alliances, and I find out that there are. That is, yeah, I don't know, it's no big deal. Again, food supply has definitely gone up. I'm just trying to get my peasants to the furthest places south here. And once you get past the I need 1,000 dragons sort of checkpoint, you can then spend all your money on mercenaries and peasants and stuff like that. You don't have to scrimp anymore because the food becomes the focus. So I think this is army number 3 that I'm building, and in around a minute's time I should have, or less than a minute's time now, I'll have enough to get the 4th army and to win the map. So it's kind of a slight turtle, this map to pass it. I did need a bit of a chokehold at the start. I think it's a vital spot to sort of set up camp and set your, you know, draw the line in the sand and then work from there. There we go, there's the secret alliance. But it doesn't really matter because I've almost got enough money now for the 4th and final army that I need.
A future ally.
Ready.
So I can build them now. I don't know why I'm not.
At your command.
Don't know what I'm doing there. Maybe there we go, sending them to recapture. Go, oh, yep, I'll take an army, thank you. And then once this happens, Daemon's happy. Great, now we're in position. Hello, except he doesn't have his crossbowmen. And then, you know, the battle's about to happen. He can't wait, so he's going to go push forward. And this is a 1 mission chapter campaign. So once this happens, the message will pop up of what happens to Daemon Blackfyre, which is pretty interesting. I think I'd like to see more on this sort of side story, or pictures about Blackfyre itself, you know, the weapon. But anyway, there we go. I'll let you guys read that. But yeah, I don't know, it's pretty cool how it ties it back to Barry, you know, Sir Barry or Salmi or whatever at the end. And that's the end of the Blackfyre Rebellion. So thanks for watching, and see you guys on the next one.